Welcome back to Dawn of the Zeds, 3rd edition. We're playing the Outbreak level. We have a bunch of event cards to get through, 9 of them, so let's begin with our first event for this episode. Oh, not this again, tough Zeds. Alright, we will be rolling for an Outbreak. Oh dear, we are sitting at 7 on the infection level, so we want to roll higher than a 7. Come on, where's our 10? We roll an 8. Oh man, no Outbreak. Oh, dodged a bullet. But we do need to eat one of our 2 supplies. That puts us at 1 supply, and then the mountain track will be going twice. However, at the beginning of this phase, place a new Zeds unit on the mountain track space. Alright, let's do that first. Alright, we're going to reach into the bag of horrible zombies, Zeds, and we're going to pull one out. And we get, a 7. That's just not good. Alright, 7. Continuing on, place a tough marker on the strongest Zed unit. And it doesn't take a hit on a 1, 2, 3. Oh, that is horrible. And the toughest Zed unit we have on the board is the 9, sitting here at the university. So, ouch. It's also in a mob with a little wimpy 1 unit. Ooh, that's horrible. Alright, let's take a look at the rest of the card. And so now we have mountain track. 2 times movement on the mountain track. Ooh, let's go over and do that. Well, there's not a lot of opposition on the mountain track anymore, so this one's going to go 1, 2, and then what? This 7's going to go 1, 2. Okay, yeah, we got to do something about that mountain track, and with the double mountain track movement, we are now into action. So we get 3 on the clapboard, so we get quite a few actions this turn. And so I got to figure out what we want to do. So of course we have 1 player action, we got 3 clapboard actions, we have our field medic action, we have our leadership action. So let's figure out, and we're down to 1 supply. Oh dear. Alright, for our very first regular action, we are going to use that to spend our final supply. We are out of supplies now, but we're going to heal Bouncing Betty to full. That's going to reduce the infection track from 7 down to 6. All good. And now I got to think about what else we want to do. Alright, Mr. Johnson is at the farm, and if you roll a 6 at the farm, you're going to end up getting 2 supplies. And we need supplies, so for our first, our last of our 2 actions, let's roll for some foraging at the farm. And he gets a 6 and a 5. I love it. And we take the higher number. So when we're foraging at the farm, a 6 gets us 2 supplies. So now we're back to 2 supplies. And you know what? We're going to do that once again. We're going to have 1 more action at the farm. And we're going to roll for more supplies. Come on, Mr. Johnson, get a 6. Oh, no. Should have stopped at the beginning. Well, he found 2 supplies, then he found nothing. Alright, we have 1 player action left, and a leadership action for the sheriff. Alright, we have a lot of bullets, so we're going to use the sheriff's leadership action to get this 4 unit to shoot at the tough Zeds. Now, he could shoot himself at a 4, it's the same thing, but he's going to order these guys with his leadership action to shoot. Alright, they're at a 4 on the gunfire table. I think we can see that. Come on, nice high roll. And we get a 10 on the 4 gunfire table. That is nice. So a 10 is going to take us to 3 hits. But keeping in mind our tough Zeds don't take a hit on a 1, 2, 3. So let's hope we roll high. And they don't. Oh, they take all 3 hits because they didn't roll a 1, 2, or a 3. Wow, that was absolutely awesome. These tough units now flip over. Oh, finally, the sheriff stopped giving forage orders and gave shooting actions. And I think, did I go down on the bullet track? I can't remember. If I didn't, I'll correct that here in a second. That was the sheriff's leadership action. We still have 1 player action left. I gotta really think about what I want to do. So yes, I forgot to do a bullet, so we are going from 7 ammunition down to 6. Alright, we have 1 player action left and a field medic action, and I don't think we're going to be able to use that, so let's figure out what we want to do with our player action. Alright, we have a lot of units in the hospital, and we need supplies. So for our player action, we're going to have Mr. Johnson scavenge at the farm again. He gets a 4 and a 3. I think a 4 at the farm. We will get one more supply. Alright, so our supplies are going from 2 up to 3. And we're out of actions, and that's the end of our card. So away it goes. Wow, we really pounded on those tough sets. Alright, sorry I have a cold right now. Let's zoom out, have one more event for this episode. Alright, one more event card for this episode, and it is... Shh, I know they're out there. Okay, oh, no infection. Okay, that's good. Eating, oh dear lord. Yes, we're going to have to roll a die. We have 4 people currently in the hospital, so we want to roll higher than a 4. We get +1 for the salvation point. We roll a 5, +1 is 6. We don't have to eat up a supply, even though our hospital's loaded. Wow. And the Zeds move start spaces only. Okay, and then we'll read the rest of this. So, looking at the board, we have no Zeds on the start space. Mountain track, suburb track. We have no Zeds on any start space at all. Wow, that's quick. On we go to the next part, which is 3 actions. 3 actions on the clapboard. Alright, what's the text? Gunfire and hand-to-hand attacks are prohibited this phase. No! And move actions cannot end with a player unit in a Zed-controlled space. So we can forage, can heal, and we can jockey for position, and that's about all we can do. I still have to think about what it is we want to do. Alright, well, we have basically all of our player action, our leadership action. So yeah, let me think about this. And yeah, we can't do gunfire or hand-to-hand. Alright, Mr. Johnson the farmer is going to do his, our first clapboard action of 3 is going to be a scavenge. 2 dice. We're looking for supplies. He rolls a 6. That's going to be 2 more supplies. We're going from 3 up to 5. You know what? Let's take one more clapboard action and do that again. Come on, Mr. Johnson, more supplies! And he gets a 5, so that's 1 more supply. Love it. So we're up to actually 6 supplies, 6 bullets, and our infection level is sitting at 6. We have a clapboard action, and we have a player action remaining. I know, the sheriff never has any luck ordering people around, but he's going to use his leadership action to order the Salvation Corps this time to start doing some foraging, looking for supplies. And they don't find anything. Of course. Oh my goodness. Nasty. Alright, that was our leadership action. We still have a player action and a regular clapboard action. And this will be boring, but we're going to use our regular action clapboard to move Bouncing Betty fully healed out of the hospital. Free move to here. She's going to move, I think she's just going to move to the town center. And for our player action, we should probably do some healing. Oh man, should we do some healing? I think we're going to do 1 heal action. We're going to heal this guy. We're going to take the EKG marker off them so they're conscious again, but they will still have a damage on them. That's going to eat up one of our 6 supplies down to 5, but our infection level drops from 6 to 5. And that's good. So wow, that's very quickly. That's it. We have a field medic action, but we have nobody to heal with our Savior Corps, so that's not of any use. Yeah, and that's basically it. So that's the end of this card. 3 actions, we did it all. And remaining, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, we have 7. Basically going to be 3 more episodes, I believe, after this one. All right, let's zoom out and see where we are and wrap up our episode for today. Alright, well that was a relatively short episode, but we are going to be wrapping it up for today. Where we currently sit, unless I mess things up, I'll check it in editing. We have 5 supplies. That's better. We have 6 ammunition, and our infection rate's at 5. So the likelihood of an outbreak is there, and it's not horrible. We do have 3 units in the hospital. We got to get this guy out of here, I think, moving somewhere. Yeah, there's so much we need to do. I don't seem to have enough actions to do it. I don't like this highway track creeping up. Yeah, so there we sit. So thanks so much for watching along. Thanks for your comments, subscriptions, likes. This is Dawn of the Zeds, 3rd edition. We're playing the Outbreak level, which is one above the very basic level, which I've already done on my channel with some good success with ridiculously good dice rolling. This time I'm getting a bit of a mixed bag for dice. Some horrible dice rolling, some really good stuff. And we'll see. Thanks so much, and we'll see you tomorrow. Continuation Dawn of the Zeds, 3rd edition Outbreak level.